Good day everyone, and today we'll be developing our own centralized crypto exchange. Now, before we begin, we have to define what it even is and what it consists of. First of all, at least for the purposes of this video, a crypto exchange is a service that lets people trade crypto assets by matching buyers and sellers while handling order execution and settlement. At its core, a crypto exchange is a stateful financial system. The system will need to allow users to deposit and withdraw crypto tokens. To facilitate trading process, we'll need to implement an order gateway and a matching engine. Order gateway will perform the typical checks for order validation, idempotency, margin requirements, and so on, and matching engine will actually perform the executions. We'll also need to keep an internal ledger to keep track of user balance. This way, order gateway will use said ledger to check the amount of funds that user has, and matching engine will modify balances in accordance with executions. Finally, while it's not a part of the system per se, we'll need to implement a front end or an API for users to interact with the exchange. And I have outlined this as miscellaneous systems. Now, for our stack, I'll be using ASP.NET for backend and React for the frontend. Our database needs will be served by PostgreSQL. So let's go ahead and create the project. Alright, so in this series, I'll be mostly coding things off screen and then showing the most significant parts, as well as technical details on the implementations. You will be able to track the development progress in the GitHub repository, and I'll provide the link in the description of this video. So let's pick a name for our exchange. I guess it's the SharpX. Yeah. .NET 10. And for now, this will suffice. Alright, I'll get back to you when I have at least something done to show you. Alright, so now I finished developing our landing page. I've decided to use React, Vite and TypeScript. The design itself is mostly done by ChatGPT, but I did add my signature particles. There's also a sign-up model and a sign-in model. Nothing fancy. Now, over on the backend, I've set up entity framework for our ORM. Then I've implemented an auth controller with register and login methods, as well as a separate service to handle the requests to the database. Not only that, our authorization service uses GVT for access and refresh tokens, and we also have Swagger enabled. It's already connected to a database. Here, PostgreSQL. Not only that, I've been trying to keep track of user balances now. So the internal operation of this is quite simple. We have coins. Coins have a fixed precision and a contract address. And the amount stored is in smallest units. So for precision of 5, it's stored in 10 to the power of -5. I currently don't have any other instruments to validate the integrity of the system, but I'll look into it in the future. And currently we only keep track of the wallet balance and the locked balance. And in the future, I'd really like to switch to a more robust system to keep track of available balance for future orders, so that I can implement stuff like initial margin and fund borrowing and so on. So yes, I can now sign up here using Swagger. I received my access token. I can authorize using the interface. Now I can check my balance. It's currently empty, but I can add some funds to my account. This should correspond to around like 5 USDT. Yeah, and that's basically all I have for now. Now back to coding more features, I guess. Here's another update. We now have a dashboard. The front end is fully connected to the backend except for the price estimates of coins. That one is mocked at the moment. Let me add a few coins. Yeah, 5 USDT. So on the backend side, I've made several methods that return appropriate wallet balance and user information. Again, it's nothing fancy, it just utilizes the ledger service that we have already implemented. Also, I fixed refresh tokens. They were previously not correctly issued. Right here. Next up, I'll be working on the withdrawal and deposit systems, and we'll then discuss the algorithms that I have used. Alright, back to coding. Wonderful, I have just completed the deposit feature. That is the first functional part of a healthy crypto exchange, and it took me a significant amount of time and effort to implement, even with the help of AI. Now, how does it work? For one, we need to support a chain where tokens can be sent freely. I've decided to use Mental Chain as a cheap L2 solution built on Ethereum. My centralized exchange implements an RPC service that continuously monitors mental sepolia, particularly recent blocks. It queries logs from the blockchain and analyzes changes outlined within said blocks, looking for coins supported by the exchange. Then it checks if the coins are sent to an address that belongs to a user. In other words, it's a watcher that monitors on-chain transfers and creates them appropriately. For each user, a random private key is generated, permanently associated with said user and used to derive the public address. The user can then send their funds there, and they'll get credited to their exchange account. Let's try sending some money. Once funds are credited to user account and arrive to the wallet on chain, the exchange sends gas fee to the wallet and then proceeds to sweep the deposit to the central wallet address, where all funds of the exchange are stored. Let's check transactions and open the wallet. This way, each exchange user has a unique address, and once funds are sent to this address, they end up on the exchange's wallet. This central exchange wallet will then be used to send withdrawals, which I will implement in the next update. Withdrawals are much easier to implement. Now, users of our exchange can both deposit and withdraw money. Withdrawals are done using the Ethereum library, the same library I used to process deposits. I believe this is a strong start for SharpX. Please let me know if you like this video if you wish to see the next part. In the next video we'll develop the trading engine and matching engine for spot trading. Thank you for watching.